Alright, we should be firing up here in a second. Let me just wait. Alright, so here's what we're starting with today. I'm going to start with some 5-color Jund, and then move over to Grixis after the second league, unless we do really well with this one and I want to continue playing it. So yeah, this is what we're doing. We just shifted Ranger to the main deck to free up some sideboard slots, because, you know, like this, the 5-color version requires like these 10 cards in your sideboard, and I just wanted to free up one more spot for something else. So pretty much that's all I wanted to do with that. I want to see if it works. It might not be that great. I mean, some of these decks run stub in the main deck, but I've had some struggles with having, like, making sure I have all my blue mana or have all my mana online in the early game, and I'd rather just have this, even though, well, actually, no, I need to switch this before we get too far into the league, because then we can't cast it. But I would rather be able to fetch my white on like turn 4 to get this, so and not have to be conscious of it in the early game. Nothing too special though. We're just gonna jump in, fire up here. I saw Clay Spicklemeyer playing this 5-color deck again, and he's the guy that first guy that played the 4-color version. 5-color Jund, 8 points. He was the guy that was playing the first 4-color version with stubs in the main deck at that first team event back in, I guess the second team event that they won with the Death Shadow deck. So I might as well toss this up here. And hopefully the leagues fire quickly today. I'd like to get in at least 2 leagues. I might be able to do 3 leagues today. I wanted to add like another card for Affinity, and the Flaying Tendrils is kind of where I wanted to be. And Dredge has also been popping up a little bit more, so I wanted another one of these along with my Spell Bombs. So my opponent doesn't want to play Magic. I guess maybe now my opponent wants to play Magic. Plus, also the Ranger is like my best way to get back into the game, I think, against like the 3-color good stuff decks. This hand's a mulligan. We've got 4 lands. Pretty much always mulligan 4 lands unless we get like a key sideboard card. And this hand's what we're gonna do. Okay, very good. I think we're gonna want a second land. Let's figure out what we're playing against. Figure out how hard we want to go on the life total. Tom Ross bringing back the rack. I would imagine, well, he can't be the rack because he played first. Look at our top card here. I can't imagine the rack's a very good matchup, but I think we've got some tools to fight it after sideboard. Like we've got Lingering Souls is just good in this matchup because you can just discard it. We've got Thoughtseize on top. I think we'll take that Thoughtseize. Well, I don't know if I probably want this Thoughtseize because I think he's on like the Planeswalker version, or he would have. Oh, I guess I didn't have to fetch there. Or he would have played. He'd have taken the draw. Oh, I need to plug my computer in. Get on the Wi-Fi here so that we aren't choppy. Or get off the Wi-Fi. And we're going to take a look here. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to win. He's only got an Urborg for a land. think I'm just going to take this Lingering Souls. He can cast it next turn if he wants, I guess. This is such a loose hand. He's got double Urborg. I guess he's going to draw 2 lands to cast Lingering Souls and not like Stone Rain himself. I guess I'll just take this push. And just look to slog through these pushes. And I do have Delirium, so I can at least go get a creature. Oh, they rip that. So now I'm tempted to just take this Lingering Souls and, well, I could just take both the Fatal Pushes and then put the pressure on our opponent. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Like, my opponent will cast Lingering Souls next turn, they'll Stone Rain themselves. And then at least maybe we have the option to draw into just beating through these Lingering Souls tokens. I need to be very conscious. I'm probably not going to take too much more damage because, you know, Lingering Souls is going to present a very... Oh wow, he didn't cast it. He just didn't want to Stone Rain himself. Alright. I don't know, I'm going to be able to get on the board first at least. So... Tarmogoyf is a 5/6. But I can then Traverse for Death Shadow and get a Godless Shrine tapped. Which is probably what I'm going to do. We'll just get a Death Shadow. And then play out this land. Be able to push if my opponent plays a threat. Or just get a tap land here. I can push without taking damage, which is kind of sweet. Yes, there's Lingering Souls. I do think I'm going to fetch Godless Shrine. Because a Ranger can be a very legitimate card, and with how this game is going. I'm going to attack and then Bauble on my opponent's turn. Because if they rip a discard spell, we'll be able to blank it. I'm probably killing either one of these Lingering Souls tokens or the Shambling Vents if he fires up here. Nothing good, please? Bitter Blossom, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's probably just lights out. I'm going to have to push one of these. It's just an infinite jump blocker. I'm going to have to draw like Abrupt Decay off the top here. Temur Battle Rage isn't out. So he's got Urborg and one other. There's his Urborg. So yeah, I'm just going to push one of these. I've got to start to make headway into these blockers and preserve my life total, at least give myself a chance to be in a position to win if I draw Temur Battle Rage or Abrupt Decay. Let's get rid of one of these. Liliana Last Hope would be pretty good. Like, it would give me a chance. I either need to draw like running threats for the rest of the game and have him brick just to kind of overload what he's doing. Well, one. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna attack here. There's no sense not attacking, and then I'm just gonna play Liliana and then just Edict to Spirit probably, and then just play this tap land, and hopefully I'm only taking 3 damage next turn. Nope, you just... Alright. I mean, my opponent can get away with that just because, you know, the Bitter Blossom is going to provide such value over the course of the game. And we'll just play this out. And Temur Battle Rage is still a good out here. As long as my opponent doesn't have like a Gideon here to follow up. They could just be cracking me with a Ven. But if they crack me with a Ven and I draw a removal spell, they're dead. No, they're not playing Sorin. So these got all get lifelink, so I'm gonna take 4. Okay. So these just get lifelink and he kills me, so my opponent just doesn't block. My opponent blocks. Well, I guess I shouldn't have conceded there, because, well, no, because I can't block this family event, so. Alright. A little bit of a rough matchup to start the morning. I'm just going to bring in my Lingering Souls, and I'm going to bring in my Spell Bombs, because they have, whatever that dumb card is. They've got Blood Gas, which is pretty annoying. The Veil's terrible. I think I have to leave my Battle Rages in, just as, like, an out. I'm going to cut some number of Terminate. I think I'm going to cut 2 Terminates and like 1 push. I'll cut 2 pushes. I don't want to cut a land. Like a lot of these times, these grindy matchups, I'll cut lands. But no, I'm going to leave the removal spell in and cut a Street Wraith just because. Oh, maybe I also should cut this Ranger because getting to 4 mana seems pretty rough. I can also bring in the Collective Brutality to kind of help swing races, and that might be pretty narrow, but yeah, I got my Lingering Souls to fight his Lingering Souls. Keep my discard because he's got some very important threats. Yeah, I guess this is what we'll do. Liliana Veil is not very good in this matchup. I've been pretty disappointed with Liliana Veil in recent days. I think I've got to keep this hand. Like, Lingering Soul is going to buy me a lot of time. I think I'm just going Stomping Ground or Overgrown Tomb Traverse on 1. We've got a Temur Battle Rage and a Last Hope, so I think I'm going to keep this hand. And also, you don't want to mulligan against the discard deck, so this hand is definitely suboptimal, but I think it's, like, fine. We're going to be able to get a Tarmogoyf down on 2 unless he takes over the discard spell. It's just a very threat-dense hand, which is important. Hopefully we don't get Smallpox out of the game. Because he's going to be able to Smallpox on the draw. Opponent's probably running out of discard spell. Maybe a spell bomb of their own. I don't know. It's a discard spell. I'm going to grab some more coffee while he resolves this. I would say here he either takes my Tarmogoyf or my Liliana. Esto, you know, I'm fighting a good fight. Yeah, that's a good take. Let's hope he doesn't Smallpox me here. If he Smallpox me, I'm going to discard a Lingering Souls just so that I can cast it. Oh, he's going to get his own Flagstone, too. I guess he can't Smallpox, and he's double black. We want to rip a land here real bad so we can play Lingering Souls. I actually think Jund Death Shadow is better positioned now than Grixis Death Shadow. I think the format's moved to, like, much more combo-oriented. He's going to all 3 mode Brutality me. No, 2 mode. He's going to gain and drain me too. That's Took the rage, okay. Alright, well that's a really good draw, so it's going to keep us in it here, so... No sense in doing this before we attack. And then I'm going to fetch Godless Shrine. Play Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls is just like such the truth in these grindy matchups. Yeah, Esto, I'm on the I'm trying the 5-color list out now that Lantos has been playing, and I've definitely been enjoying it. Okay, so he flashes back his own souls. He missed the land drop. Alright. So I think I'm just coming in here. And I do think I'm going to flash Lingering Souls back and play a Death Shadow. Just be like my opponent. If my opponent's plan's Damnation, they need to hit Runner. And if we draw a red land, then we've got a very good chance of just killing our opponent next turn. I know this is a bit aggressive, but I mean, I guess he can maybe have a card like Bantu's Last Reckoning. Tom Ross was playing Bantu's Last Reckoning in his deck yesterday. So opponent backs it in. No, we weren't going to have a red land. So on the draw, I don't think I really want to change very much. Flaying Tendrils isn't that good when we bring in our own Lingering Souls. I think we're just going to run it back. I don't think I want that many removal spells. So, just going to keep it going. Again, this hand's not great, but I think I'm going to just keep it because I have a functional 7 against the, you know, grindy discard Lingering Souls deck, and I don't want a mulligan. And like even if he takes my Traverse, I can Traverse again for land. So it looks like he's not going to take my Traverse. That is good for the home team of Lingering Souls. Let's just really hope our opponent doesn't smallpox us. Yeah, looks like here comes a smallpox. If he smallpoxes me, I'm probably going to discard my Lingering Souls. No, he's going to Brutality. And he didn't escalate. So he took my Brutality. So he's got like an instant of sorcery to protect. So I'm just going to run Tarmogoyf out. Like it is going face first into a Liliana, but we can recover with Lingering Souls as long as we don't get smallpoxed. Like, yeah, so they're smallpoxing. So I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard Rage. Well, no. So this gives me this, and this. So if I get rid of these, I get Delirium. Get rid of that. Alternatively, I can just ditch this Lingering Souls, ditch this land, ditch this Tarmogoyf. And I don't have Delirium, though. I think I'm going to ditch this Temur Battle Rage. Because it gives me Delirium and I can search for a fetch land. I'm going to ditch the land. Then I'll just get rid of this. Okay. We took my Death Shadow. Alright. Well, we're going to be able to cast a Death Shadow at least. So I think I actually like Thoughtseizing my opponent, because I really don't want to run... Like, I'm going to Thoughtseize them and then figure out what I want to do with this Traverse. Because I really don't want to run my Death Shadow into a Liliana and not be able to cast, like, Lingering Souls. So let's see what's going on here with my opponent. We have a Leyline of the Void? Okay. So I'm not going to fetch to Traverse now because I would have to get Overgrown Tomb, and I can't even get my Death Shadow into play. So I think I would like to get like Bloodcrypt or Godless Shrine. So that's the Fetid Heath you played. Just like help my mana situation. That's pretty good. So I'm going to Traverse. We'll at least get our... I'm going to get the Godless Shrine just in case we natural rip a land next turn. Alright, I want to play the Flagstones. The Planeswalker. No, Lingering Souls around. Alright, that's okay. That's a pretty good draw. So I'm going to start by attacking, because he'll probably chump. Okay, nope, he doesn't chump. And now I'll just eat his graveyard. And what do I want to do with this? I don't really think I want to do anything with my fetch land, because I could fetch, go to 7, and get Stomping Ground and Traverse, but I think that's probably worse than just not taking 3 damage and casting Lingering Souls next turn. So I think we're just going to slow this game down a little bit. We're pretty far ahead, like he's top decking. No, he's in Inquisition, which is fine. He takes our Traverse, which it would have been a Death Shadow, we'd have been 3 life lower. Wow. You never raised Death Shadow. So I can fetch, shock, attack, make it so he has to block this next turn, which is probably the line. I go to 5, which is a little perilous. But it's going to definitely put him under the gun from this Death Shadow. And then basically we've got to play around probably something like a Damnation off the top. Any Planeswalker is going to be pretty annoying. And then if he doesn't do anything, we're just now we're just serving with everything. And I'm actually going to leave this Lingering Souls in my hand, being less mana efficient, and flash this one back. So he probably goes here, here. Okay, so he's got a removal spell. Show me the goods, bro. Okay. So now I'm actually going to play this one out of my hand, so that if my opponent, for some reason, plays something that I can be more efficient and double flashback next turn, just to be mana efficient. Alright, the vent's a bit annoying, so we've got another one of those. I think I'm going to attack, crack my spell bomb, and then reevaluate, because I don't want to just flash both of these back and get damnation. Because if I flash just one of them back, then he has to attack with his Shambling Vent or have a removal spell. So let me attack first. This is what we're doing no matter what. Okay, Traverse gets me another Death Shadow, so I'm just going to Traverse for a Death Shadow and cast it off of this Bloodstained Mire. Then my opponent so graciously makes it so I don't have to take any damage off of. So now we're pretty much... Nope, so he just F6 through his turn, looks like. So he gains 2, takes 2, so he stays at 4 here. And then I'm just going to flash back my Lingering Souls so that no matter what, he'll need either a removal spell or a damnation or something like that to live next turn. I think this is all we'll commit here. We're pretty far ahead. We can be patient. The world is our oyster. There we go. It's a good way to start the stream. Put the deck up here. Oh, that was a quick repair. Opponent maybe doesn't want to play Magic, which is sad. Putting sadness on the stack here. Alright. Alright, opponent's in it. Playing a Bayato. I don't recognize the opponent's name. One in the draw. How unlucky. Yep, we're going to keep this hand. Not super great, but, you know, we can traverse for a land if we need to, and we've got at least a redraw with the Street Wraith. Opponent's on the mulligan. In these hands, I like not traversing on turn 1, especially if you have something else to do. Because if you traverse on turn 1 and draw a land, then it just feels so punishing. Forest pass. Alright, well, let's run this off here. Okay, so we got a Death Shadow. This gets Bloodcrypt, and we Inquisition our opponent. So I'd say we're probably playing against Elves or Scapeshift. In which our hands not super great against either. This Temur Battle Rage is nice. Oh, we're playing against Rose. Yeah, so we got to take this Blood Moon. Playing against Panza. Oh, they drew the bird around time. Oh, that's a good draw. So I'm just going to Thoughtseize the Stone Rain. Try to, and then we can have this Terminate ready for my opponent. And just hope he didn't rip like a Blood Moon also. Oh, we knew all of his cards, duh. Play the Death Shadow. Opponent fetches. We should be in pretty good shape today. Or this game. As long as my opponent doesn't like natural rip a Blood Moon. Nope. So they missed. They drew a spell. Bauble's a pretty good draw. So let's see what they're drawing. I can also see what I'm drawing. If I don't want to draw that, I can traverse for a fetch land and play Tarmogoyf. I can also just traverse for a fetch land anyways. Let's see what I'm drawing. I'm drawing a land. So, boom, boom. Yeah, I don't think I want to traverse I think I just want to attack with Tarmogoyf, draw the fetch, so he takes 2, probably 17, play Tarmogoyf, draw this, 5, 7, he's at 17, I'm attacking him with 5, 7 with a Street Wraith, draw another card, Temur Battle Rage, and this. Yeah, so I think we're just going to play Tarmogoyf, and then try to kill him next turn. Oh, come on, Magic Online. You know I'm casting Tarmogoyf. So drew land. This is a Baloth that's kind of annoying. Huntmaster. Okay, so yeah, I think I can get him anyways. So let's, or I can at least get him if he doesn't block with everything. So let's traverse for a Street Wraith. Because 14, so he has to. So this is 14, 7, 14, 19. So if he blocks with a wolf, I'm just going to hold up for the Terminate against Stormbreath Dragon. Yeah, so we'll just take this. I can fetch my basic. And then pass, because we couldn't exactly kill him. We were 2 points short. We don't want to get punked out by Stormbreath. If he doesn't do anything here, I'll just hit this Huntmaster with a Terminate. The end of his turn. I have some sweet cards to sideboard in here. Be able to sideboard in my strokes and stubs. This opponent's such a troll. They've got Blood Moon and Stone Rain, and they're white bordered. Like, my opponent knows if they're playing Panza, they might as well go full troll. Yeah, they just ship it, pack it in. It's weird they pack it in there. Okay, so against this deck, I believe I want my blue cards because it hits all of their creatures. Stub hits the LD. I don't think I want Last Hopes on the draw, as they can hit the birds, but that's a bit too slow. I want the Rages, I want the Decays, the Terminates. I guess I can trim. I guess on the draw, I want all of my removal. The Ranger's out. Maybe on the draw, just Liliana the Veil is too slow. Most of the times against these combo decks, I like cutting a land, but I'm not sure I want to cut a land against the LD deck. I want Rage. I'm going to go with Veil, it's too slow on the draw. And I'll cut. Yeah, I'm going to cut a land. I don't think. Because I just don't know what I want. All of my removal. I want my Abrupt Decays. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. Because if I start cutting discard spells or Abrupt Decay or Fatal Pushes, then it leaves me more open to the Stone Rains. So it's kind of like 6-1 way half dozen the other. This hand's great. We'll keep this. We'll be able to stub a turn one. Like if he, well, so we're definitely not. We want another land, but we're going to be able to stub a Blood Moon and push a Moron. So, okay, so one's got no play, which takes a little bit of pressure off of us. So that's good. So that's what we'll lead off with. We're looking for a land here. Street Wraith. We probably can redraw a Street Wraith. So let's do that. Oh, we don't want to cast that guy yet. We did hit a land. So I'm going to go Overgrown Tomb so that we can at least surprise him with this Watery Grave. Nope, Moto's tweaking out. Slow hand for my opponent. So we'll take the only target. We draw a Thoughtseize, which is good. Stroke is good. So I think here I'm just going to... What is this? My opponent's fetching in response to my fetch. I think I'm just going to get the Watery Grave and play Death Shadow because I don't want to get got by a top deck Blood Moon when I have stub. Like this lets me get in trouble when it comes to like he could have a Bolt, but I don't want him to top deck a Moon or a land destruction spell, and we can play around that easy enough. So he plays a Forest. He's got no plays. So now we'll be able to discard spell before attacking. That's a good draw, as we can leave up Stroke as well. So we'll take this Acid Moss because that's his next play. Then he's going to play another Moss on top of that, and we can probably Stroke it. Or the next turn we play Tarmogoyf and have Stub up also. Oh, I should have fetched there. Should have fetched, because then he'd be at 11. Because if he fetched, he'd be at 11. If we drew like a Traverse or a fetch land, we could kill him. Or Temur Battle Rage. Temur Battle Rage gets him no matter what. Alright, so we're going to Stroke this. So that was already a mistake there. Should have just, because I was going to do it anyways. No, can't do 14. I think I'm just going to Traverse for Tarmogoyf, play Death Shadow, play Death Shadow. It's a double lethal threat next turn in case somehow he plays, like, he plays 2 mana dorks. Because if he plays 2 mana dorks, then he can just block Death Shadow, let one go. Then we'll just stub this Garrick. There's an argument, yeah, so he just got it. There was an argument to stubbing the Acid Moss because he could have a card like Chameleon Colossus, or he could have a card like Chameleon Colossus, or whatever it is after sideboard. You could easily have a card like Chameleon Colossus or Obstinate Baloth that we would want to Stroke. So it might not have been a wise decision to do that. So let me put the deck up here. Alright, we're on the play this time. Don't recognize my opponent's name. This is great. We got the Bauble fetch land line. Bauble Street Wraith fetch land. So hopefully there's some like a discard spell on top. Another Death Shadow. I think I'm going to take that. We're just going to be super aggressive this game. Because if we draw a fetch land, we can play double Death Shadow. If we draw like a removal spell here and get to use it, we have Delirium, so there's a fetch land. So next turn we're going to double Death Shadow. My opponent's playing Burn. This might change some things up. But if my opponent's playing Burn, I think we can kill them before they get set up, which looks like what's happening. So let's think. I take 6. Fetch Shock to 12. Fetch Shock to 9. I have 4/4 Death Shadows. Yeah, I think that's just what I'm gonna do here. I think we're just gonna look to kill our opponent. And we probably will be able to kill them on our turn. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet my opponent is surely dead. And people say that burn is good against shadow. Now I just go to, so now depending on what they play here, they leave up mana here. Then I can't necessarily go hog wild. I can go to 7. In my Death Shadow, I can go to 7 and kill my opponent. So this goes to 6, makes this a 12, 12, and 18. There's no way my opponent can do 7 damage to me with two spells. Unless they've got Bolt, Gut Shot. And then if they do, like, that's my opponent's prerogative. Turn 3. Got a turn 3. On camera. Balls. So get this. We're going to get this Brutality and these stubs in. We're cutting a Godless Shrine, a Ranger. And we're going to cut some number of Street Wraiths, as we just don't have too much to bring in. We need to bring our Watery Grave in, so we'll cut another Street Wraith. And I'm going to keep the last Street Wraith just for delirium purposes. And also, with like Liliana the Last Hope, sometimes it facilitates a kill by like rolling it down. Previews, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your support. What are you guys doing in Magic? This hand is pretty medium, but we've got Temur Battle Rage. We have a way to fetch our blue land, and we have an interaction spell, and we can manipulate. We have a redraw, so I think I'm going to keep this. This hand's like a Death Shadow away from being very good. I'm going to play the Swift Spear. We drew land. So I think I'm fetching basic Swamp here. We're on the slow plan. So they're drawing an Eidolon, which is going to make this game much harder. But I think we've got to... Wow, so they have triple Eidolon. I think I'm going to take this Relic because my plan is going to be really focused around this Traverse finding me some gas. And then I've got to find another discard spell for this path. But at least our opponent's missing on lands. So we found that there. My opponent cracked me for 1. So I think I get Delirium here. I think I'm just going to hold this up, get Stomping Ground, take 3, and get rid of this Swift Spear. And then next turn, I can Traverse for a Death Shadow, play the Death Shadow, and get this path out of the way. So let's go to the Stomping Ground. Traverse for a Death Shadow. Get And then I'm going to fetch the Watery Grave. Alright, so my opponent missed. What is this? What can this be? Why is he attacking me? Oh, he's attacking, so he drew a lightning bolt. He drew a lightning bolt because this grows us, so we're going to take a shot here. Because that's what he drew. Because he bolts this prowesses, and they trade. So he still bolts me, and my opponent's just dead as a doorknob. Got him. Quick league this morning so far. We've just been rolling through the games very quickly. I beat... No, that was match 3, okay. I thought that match 3 was match 1. But I saw Clay Spicklemeyer yesterday playing this 5-pillar version, and he played a... I'm doing alright, Luis. Lewis, not Luis. I saw Clay Spicklemeyer play, and is it Staticaster, which is kind of gas? I'm going to get some more coffee while we're in between rounds here. All right, prepared. Today is just another day in paradise. Playing against Tarzi. I don't recognize Tarzi's name, so I don't know what they're playing. This hand's good. We'll keep this. We just need a threat to make this hand very good. Botanical, playing its Infect. Alright. So, I'm actually just going to push this now, because I do not want my opponent to explode with mana, and I have an answer to a Blighted Agent. That's something people don't do enough against Infect. They do not push the Hierarch. They always push, like, the Hierarch's the best creature that they have. Like, yes, it doesn't kill you, but it enables them to do so much, to free their mana up so much. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to, once again, we're going to hit this. We're just going to kill everything. And then we're either going to play Death Shadow and Thoughtseize next turn, or we're going to play Last Hope, depending on what our opponent has. Should be a pretty good matchup for the old Death Shadow train. Leaves us a bit soft to Ink Moth. Yep. Okay, so I think now I just want to go Thoughtseize, Shock. That puts me down to 9. We can clear out what our opponent's doing here and get some pressure on the board. So they just have a Blighted Agent. Okay. So next turn, we're definitely going to be playing our Last Hope and putting a hurting on this, Blighted Agent. And then we just got to race this Ink Moth. I'd love to draw a fetch land. No, we didn't. We want to attack first. We're currently like losing this race, but we have quite a few outs to like get into this game. So if my opponent's got a pump spell here, this is fine because we get them to use it on their turn. Now this pump spell keeps us in the abyss, basically. Like, he's got to use a Vines now, or even if he uses, like, a normal pump spell. Okay. So we are not dead to become immense, which is nice. What's going on, Elliot? Elliot, I haven't knighted you yet. Let me knight you. He played out his breeding pool. I don't know how mods work. 7, you got another one, dude? Yep, he's got it. He's got it. Alright, so in this matchup, it's weird. What do we want? Do we want our Lingering Souls, or do we want our Stubs? This guy comes in no matter what. I don't think any of these cards come in. So what is better, the white cards or the blue cards? Yeah, I mean, I could have Bear Elliot, but like, he needs like perfect to kill me, and I wanted to use my mana, get my mana like going, but I mean it ended up not working out. So this Ranger's garbage. I actually don't like Veil in this matchup. My gut tells me the Stubs are better than the Lingering Souls. But that just can't be right. Nah, the Lingering Souls have to be better. So Become Immense kills you. Well, he needed, how loud is it? Is it too loud? I just want it, like, just barely there, just so, like, if I start to, like, not say anything and think that it's not just, you know, noise. I think I'm going to go like this, and I think I'm going to board out one more land. No, I don't want to board out a land, because if I'm bringing in Lingering Souls, I've got to get to Lingering Souls. I guess I can cut like a Wraith. It's just supposed to be like, it's just a setup for, you know, it's just like background. I wanted it to be background music. I haven't gotten it to be quiet enough though. I got one card. I guess I can just cut a Street Wraith. Like, I don't really think this matters. I don't want to cut any action spells. I don't know. Sounds good. We'll keep this. We get to do the Bauble trick. Opponent's tanking. We'll smoke. We're going to kill whatever creature he plays on turn 1. Turn 1, doesn't matter if it's a Noble Hierarch or a Glistener Elf. We just want to use our mana to get ourselves a big old Garmachoif. So this is interesting. Like, I sort of want to draw this land because it's going to like ensure that I get Lingering Souls. It's going to feel bad if I draw another land, but I think this is worth doing here. If Lingering Souls is my plan and it's in my hand, I should be able to cast it. So let's get Overgrown Tomb. We'll pass on to my side here, see what we draw. We do another Lingering Souls. So I'm just going to cycle this just to get a little more information. Wow. Okay. So this gets Stomping Ground, this gets Godless Shrine, and we've got ourselves a plan. They're probably literally just going to play Lingering Souls for the rest of the game. It's going to kind of suck for our opponent to play something I want to push here, as it like slightly off tempos me. Yeah, I don't think I want to push this. Alright, so we're going to start off by attacking. If my opponent plays any monkey business, then I'll push this. Then I'll Inquisition them, and if not, we're just going to go to town with the old Lingering Souls. And then we're probably just going to cast Lingering Souls for the rest of the game. What do you mean, do not Souls this turn? Why would you Inquisition plus Path? I think I like Soulsing this turn, then Inquisitioning or Fatal Pushing next turn. There's no way that, like, he would have to go, like, I don't know, Rancor. He's either like Rancor, and then yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely Lingering Soulsing. Not this turn. I get to like next turn. I get to Inquisition him to start off, and then I get to Inquisition him and then Fatal Push him. Alright, so let's see. I guess I should check out what I'm drawing here because we can't see what he's drawing. So maybe if, depending on what's on the top of my deck, it might influence my decision slightly more. Okay, so Traverse doesn't really change what I'm doing here, so let's check out what he's got going on here. Alright, so I'm definitely taking this Distortion Strike, because this Distortion Strike gives him a chance to kill me with, this doesn't give Trample, this doesn't give Trample. The strike gives him a chance to kill me through, can't think. Gives me a chance to kill through blockers, so we're gonna get rid of this. Now, is there any way, I can't attack because he just might, I guess might only trades here. Like might bounces because it gives +4/+4, so I guess I can attack with Tarmogoyf and then flashback Lingering Souls. If he wants to Spell Pierce my Lingering Souls and releases on Spell Pierce and Fatal Push. Because if he goes, I guess he can go. No, because he can go kicker and because he can just tap this. So yeah, we're not going to attack with Tarmogoyf. I'm just going to poke in with 2 Lingering Souls tokens. Well, I'm going to cast Lingering Souls first. If Lingering Souls resolves, then I'm going to poke in with 2 Lingering Souls tokens. If it doesn't, I'm going to poke in with 1. Because I want to be able to block this with a non-Tarmogoyf creature. Okay, so that resolves. Now we're just going to poke in with both spirits. Now we lose to Distortion Strike off the top, but that kind of like is what it is. Pro should definitely fetch, yeah, because they have another fetch land in their hand. So we draw a Traverse. That's probably not going to do anything for us. If anything, we would go get a fetch land with it. What's another noble? Okay. And I'll just chump with a spirit. So now I believe I can attack with my Tarmogoyf, because for him to go... The problem is if I attack with my Goyf, what does he do? If I attack with Tarmogoyf, he then goes Might of Alcarosa, and we just bounce. Nothing happens. If he goes for Vines with a kicker, then I can push it in response. Then he Spell Pierces me, and our guys just bounce off of each other. Let me cast Lingering Souls first, because if he Spell Pierces it, I'm free to attack with my Tarmogoyf, and I have to leave back I have to leave back 2 blockers. Okay, so now I can attack with everything here. If he goes for, and just leave these 2 back, and if he goes for some super shenanigans where he goes like Might Vines, then with the kicker, then I can kill this, because this only gives... So yeah, our Tarmogoyf will bounce. Our Tarmogoyf in the Noble Hierarch will bounce. Or I get him. So now we can attack with Goyf. And then I believe we have to double chump. Yeah, we've got to double chump with whatever he does. What if he finds a removal spell? I'm going to leave back 1 more spirit in case he finds a removal spell. Like a Dismember or something. Because this is 6. Yeah, so... Just being cautious here. This is a free attack with Tarmogoyf because either he wastes a pump spell to have the Tarmogoyf and the Hierarch bounce off of each other, or now does that do anything? No, we don't want to do anything. There's an argument to not playing around a removal spell there. Well, I guess I'm blocking, so it's not like... But if he attacks with both, he's dead. If he attacks with one, he's not dead. If he attacks with one, I do have to block. Because if he attacks with both, I have to block as well. This is the block party. So now we're not attacking with Goyf again. But we are just going to flash back a Lingering Souls from our graveyard. We can still play around Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is this. So what does this fetch? This fetches Overgrown Tomb still and Bloodcrypt, so we'll just pay for this Spell Pierce. We're still in trouble with Distortion Strike. So we just double chump with our spirits. And then we make him make the first move. Yeah, I don't know a pump spell that gives... They would have done it there. Ooh, I should have brought this Brutality in. On the draw, I'm tempted to cut a card like Temur Battle Rage. Because like I think I'm more worried about like... Well, maybe Brutality is just too slow on the draw. It's like, what's better, Brutality or Battle Rage? Probably Brutality. Probably Battle Rage, because like I've got many more effects that can get rid of a... Planeswalker. So I go to 15, 13. I don't like Liliana of the Veil against decks with like Noble Hierarch usually, because they just sack the Hierarch, and I don't want to tap out on 3 to have them sack the Hierarch while they can have an Infect creature. If I don't have a board presence, I'm not a huge fan. I think I want to mulligan this hand. Because we have a Thoughtseize for interaction. We have a Bauble. We have 3 lands. I think this hand's close. I think I'm going to keep it now that I think about it, because we have like a Manipulation redraw. We have interaction on 1. So I think I'm going to keep this, even though this hand is very sketchy. Would you keep this, Elliot? This hand's close. You wouldn't keep it. I guess on the draw, I don't. It's not like I have a payoff either, and I can't guarantee play my Death Shadow on 2. So I guess we gotta ship it. This hand's worse, but we can do the Bauble trick. So I guess I'll keep this. So am I pushing this? I think I'm just going to push this, because this is going to allow them to do so much more as the game proceeds. And like I'm in a lot of trouble to like a Blighted Agent, but next turn he can play the Blighted Agent with protection, and if he goes Blighted Agent next turn, then I've got 2 draws to hit a removal spell. So I think I'm just going to get rid of this. Alright, Thoughtseize is a good draw. You know, if we're not going to hit a removal spell here. Just got another Hierarch. So this is interesting because I can traverse for a Street Wraith to try to dig into more stuff, but I might need to use that next turn. I think I'm going to be playing Lingering Souls next turn. My mana is going to be tied up, so I almost want to just traverse for a Street Wraith cycle and see what I get. Yeah. I'm not casting this. If I don't cast this Traverse now, I'm probably not casting it until turn 4, and then maybe I'll be set up at least. And if I can go turn 4, I can go Lingering Souls and Death Shadow, so I might as well just keep this. Alright, so we're definitely... Yeah, so we definitely have got to just take this Rancor. So this does 1... Next turn, he can do a lot of stuff, but we got to take Rancor. We'll bluff a removal spell here. I think there's a world where we just die this turn, like, because he's got 6, 8... I guess he doesn't have the mana to use it all. Opponent could Blossoming Defense this to get aggressive because the vine, he'd have to fetch before he did anything. Yeah, I like this play from my opponent, getting a little aggressive. So he's got Vines and 1 unknown. Okay. So now we're just going to cast Lingering Souls. Oh, is he going to Spell Pierce me? No, not bad. You want a double block, Elliot? So he's got 4 points of pump in his hand at least. So if I attack with one of these, I can then traverse yeah. Question is, does he go for it? Like, can I maneuver this into a way where the opponent doesn't go for it? Because I can just traverse for a Death Shadow, play a Death Shadow, shock myself. Death Shadow's 9. This is attacking for 1. He goes to 18. So let me think. So in my deck right now, I've got 1, 2, Well, if his other card's a dud, he might not go for it, like into the open removal. So let me look here. What are my outs? So I've got 3 of these left in my deck, 2 of these, 2 of these. I've got 3, 7, then 8 discard spells. So I've got 15 outs off of a draw. I've got 15 outs in 47, in what will be 46 cards. So I've got a 1/3, basically a 1/3 chance of drawing a way to interact. Alternatively, if his hand's a bunch of duds, he might not go for it. And if I traverse for a Death Shadow, shock myself to 7, my Death Shadow's a 6/6, hit him for 1, he goes to 18. Hit him for 1, he goes to 18. Then next turn, it'll be very difficult for me to kill him. I would have to be at 4, so 6, 7. If I had a fetch land, I can kill him with Battle Rage. What's he gonna do? So I can't beat Vines and X no matter what. And then if I only leave up 1 mana, then he knows. So I'm just going to Traverse for Street Wraith. So if I only leave up 1 mana, because my line goes Traverse for Death Shadow, play Death Shadow, have 2 mana up. And then he might not go through it through 2 spells. So if the Divine makes my outs not really outs, then I should definitely just play the Death Shadow, have 2 removal spells up, and hope he doesn't 2 mana up, and hope he doesn't go for it. Yeah, I can kill him with Rage if I draw another spell next turn. So if I draw a fetch land, I can kill him with Rage if he doesn't block. So I'm gonna poke for 1, put him to 18, traverse for a Death Shadow, play Death Shadow, and have 2 mana up and hope he doesn't go for it. Probably dead. Plays a noble. Alright. No, he didn't go for it. Yeah. We drew the fetch land, so I need to attack with everything, because if he puts Noble Hierarch in front of this, thing in front of this, the problem is now he can just Vines my Death Shadow, but maybe he won't see that play, so I have to attack with everything, because he can go block, block. This means the opponent sees this Vines the Vastwood line. Yeah. So opponent takes 10. And now we're just dead to the double exalted. Well, I think we gave ourselves the most outs to win, but yeah, good games, opponent. Yep. Yeah, the Vines, I was just hoping that my opponent made a mistake, basically. And maybe I'm punished for not, like, because on turn 1 I pushed the Noble Hierarch, and he just drew 3 more Noble Hierarchs. So maybe, you know, that's my fault, and I should not have pushed the Noble on 1. But I'm almost certain that if you don't push their Noble Hierarchs, and if you don't kill... Well, no, did I even have a Noble Hierarch? I don't remember. Alright, take it easy. Take it easy, Elliot. So, I'd have to relook through that game, because I don't remember if I... Did I push a Noble? Which game is this? I want it to be... Oh, wrong one. Let's just look at this quick, and then we'll jump back into this. 6 viewers, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your support here. So we mull this. We keep this. We bottom that. We bauble into... Plays Noble. So we bauble into a push. So, like, maybe I'm not supposed to push this because it's my only one, but I've got Lingering Souls, and it makes it so that the only card that's rough for me is Blighted Agent, but it was unfortunate that our opponent drew 2 more Nobles to make it so they didn't have to play pump spells to get us. But what are you going to do? So what's going on, chat? How's everyone's life today? How's the chat life? Put the deck list up while we're waiting. I like this deck. I'm a pretty large fan. Come on. Pair me. I've not been very happy with Liliana the Veil. Like I was like a 3. I had Liliana in my deck as a 3 out a little, I don't know, a month ago. And now I'm just like, not super pumped about where it is. Like Grixis Death Shadow was the best deck for a while, or like by far. I think it's still the best deck, but I don't think it's the best deck now. I think Jun's a better version of Death Shadow right now with the amount of combo decks that are running around. Come on. I'm going to grab some more coffee while we're waiting for this to pair. So we're going to run back Grixis Death Shadow in the next league. This right here is what my current Death Shadow deck looks like. I'm not super high on Snapcaster Mage at the moment, as it's very much, as the metagame is like much more unfair right now. You're not just sitting there and grinding out your Snapcaster Mages with your Colagons commands. So I actually cut one. I just found myself wanting to shave it a lot. DGA, I don't even know. Alright, yeah, that sounds great. This is a turn to Death Shadow with double Thoughtseize against our opponent that is on the mulligan. What more could you ask for? They last seen playing Eldrazi Tron 22 days ago. So I'm going to fetch a Bloodcrypt here before I Thoughtseize, because I do not want to draw another land. Okay. Come on. What'd they do? Okay, so they're playing the old human stuff. So I'm gonna take this Pilgrim. What'd they do with their Scry? Put it on the bottom. I'm just gonna take the Pilgrim. And then I'll take the Knight. Okay, so they drew a Hierarch. So we know the rest of my opponent's hand. That's a pretty good draw. Now I think I want to Inquisition my opponent and Thoughtseize them next turn in case they draw like a Collected Company. So I think that's what we're going to do. I can just gain, make my Death Shadow larger next turn anyways. My Death Shadow will attack for 6 next turn, and then I can play Tarmogoyf. Hopefully we hit something here. No, we missed. I mean, the fact that we missed is fine, because it means they're obviously not doing anything. Let's get this guy into play. Then next turn we push, and if we find a fetch land or traverse, my opponent's dead. I hope that they don't. So Reflector Mage, no retreat. Okay, so if we draw a fetch land, then we're good. Okay, that does it too. So we push this, grows our Tarmogoyf. Oh, maybe they're not exactly dead. So 6, 10. I'm actually just going to traverse for a Street Wraith and cycle it, because if I hit a fetch land off this Street Wraith, they're dead. Which I did. Got lucky. 15U. Got him. Alright, so let's jump back in here. Against this matchup, I like the blue cards. I don't like Stroke, but I do like Stub. I like the Flaying Tendrils as well, and I like Collective Brutality. I don't like this white card, this card. I don't really like this card. I don't like Godless Shrine. I like to cut an Inquisition or two in this matchup. On the draw, I think I'm actually going to keep one more in. I think I'm actually going to cut also a land, because I guess I might need to, like, on 3, on 3 Tendrils. So, I want to keep all my removal in. I'll cut one of these, so now we're down to 7 cards. So now it's like, what cards do I want to cut here? I can definitely see cutting a land, but we've got 3/3 drops. I could just cut some more Street Wraiths, and then maybe cut like a Terminate because it's one of our worst removal spells. Collective Brutality might be a little slow on the draw, so maybe I'll look to bring that in on the play. So yeah, we'll just go with this. Last Hope might be slow on the draw. We just want a very highly disruptive hand. I think I'm going to keep this hand. So I've got 18 lands in my deck. 18 out of... I've got 18 lands out of 53 cards. I get 3 looks at it. And if I find one land, my hand's operational because of the traverses. So I think I'm actually just going to keep this hand. Opponent rolls 6 and keeps. And they put a card on top. Put a chain. Alright. So we're going to be under the gun quick. 1. There's the land. Okay, so I think we're going to cycle one more time. We do 2 lands. I'm just going to get Watery Grave and push this, because this is just going to do a lot of damage to me. Then next turn I can go Inquisition and Death Shadow. Alright, so we're just going to take this path. The opponent might be able to get it back with Eternal Witness, but they'll have to hit a land and have us not hit a discard spell here, and then we can just start traversing for more Death Shadows. So yeah, I think I'm just going to clock my opponent for 8, traverse for another Death Shadow. Just put them dead on board. Get Stomping Ground. Because now, like, this puts them at 12, so even if we Flaying Tendrils next turn, we're still good. I'm going to play this Death Shadow. I can fetch a basic with this, so if I need to... I guess there's no real reason, nothing that I have to do, because if he plays a creature and taps out here, I just kill him. And I can do not quite 4 damage to myself. I can do either... Yeah, so now let's just get a removal before he dies. Yep, so he goes Eternal Witness. That's all she wrote there. So now we're going to jump back into a league here. Unified Will is also not a good card in this matchup. For any of you all playing. Oh, now I can do Game 1. For all of you playing this deck, like you just can't reliably have as much creatures as the Death Shadow deck. Alright, so let's jump back into it. So this is what we're going to be playing next. So let me hit stop and start on my recording so we can upload different videos.